Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I'm going to be doing another reaction video, someone that you guys talk about a lot, someone who is just pretty iconic in general, Stephan Speak. So I've never actually watched one of his videos before, which is super surprising. I might have seen some clips of him before here and there, but I've never actually sat down and watched one of his videos. So this one specifically I'm going to be reacting to today is the best dating advice ever, stop wasting your time. So it's just a really short little 3-minute clip, which is nice. I don't like when they're super long, and then I also have my commentary and the video is like 20 minutes long. I know you guys don't like to sit through those super long videos, so this one should be a little bit shorter. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and see what he has to say.
Quick statement before I move on to the improving your dating experience. You will never be good enough for the wrong person.
True.
So when people do not see your value, it's not about I'm not good enough, I'm not this. No, they're not for you. And we've got to learn to accept that and not internalize rejection, not internalize the fact that this person cannot step up to the table and give us what we need. That's not their role in our life. Get them out the way. Which brings me to this next topic, improving your dating experience.
So before he moves on from that, I also just wanted to reiterate that for you guys. I said it in a past video that I did. Someone can be great and just not great for you. It doesn't mean that they're not a great person. It doesn't mean they aren't great for someone else, but they just aren't great for you. And just because it doesn't work out with someone, just because a relationship fails, does not mean that you lost. It doesn't mean that that's a failure. Sure, the relationship ended and that part of your life is over, but that does not mean that you are the worst. It doesn't mean that you're unworthy. It doesn't mean that you're never going to find someone again. It doesn't mean that that person sucks either. So someone, like I said, can be great and just not great for you. And I like what he said about not internalizing it either and making it seem like, you know, you're the worst and you don't deserve someone, or it's never gonna work out with anyone else because it didn't work out with them. So I just wanted to touch on that really quick. I say that all the time on this channel. Just because someone isn't good for you doesn't mean that they aren't great, and doesn't mean that you're not great either. It just means that you guys weren't great together and you weren't compatible, and that's okay. Sometimes you really do just have to date a couple people or different types of people to figure out what you're compatible with. I think you can think one thing, but until you actually do it and experience it, it can be a lot different. So I think it's very rare that people end up with the first person that they dated. If I ended up with the first person that I dated, I don't even know right now. I would not be sitting here today. So I'm very thankful that I dated a couple of different people and had a few serious relationships so that I know, you know, what kind of partner I want and what characteristics I want them to have. And I'm not saying that I dated bad boys and then nice guys and that's what every girl does and you should be dating a girl who has slept with 100 people and then wants to settle down with you when she's 45. That's not what I'm saying. I think it's just sometimes crucial and important to date different people, see different people, experience the world a little bit, and then you'll know what kind of person you want to be with. It's very rare that people marry their high school sweethearts, and actually the divorce rate for high school sweethearts is like 54%. So even if you do, it's not, you know, a guarantee that things are going to work out. So just something to consider.
By a show of hands, how many people in here feel that dating sucks? Damn, good Lord. All right, so as completely understandable, I see why people feel that way, but dating doesn't have to suck because you have the power to change your dating life. But you've got to know how to go about it in a more effective manner. And the reality is that we have not learned.
Is that Hafiz in the background? He said that he went on tour with Stephan. That's so funny. I didn't even realize that. I'm like, wait a minute. That guy in the background looks familiar. It's Hafiz. That's hilarious. Okay, sorry. That just distracted me.
Effective dating and relationships, and it causes a lot of problems. And we're holding on to a lot of false information, and we want things to just fall in our lap the way they should because we're good people. Good people is not good enough when you're trying to get what's truly best for you. You got to go even a step further and adjust the approach you're taking and see how you can now create better results. So let's discuss some things you can start doing to improve your dating life. Number 1, stop wasting your damn time. Okay?
Love that, because what you allow is what will continue. If you know something's not good for you, don't wait around for it to get better. Don't sit around when you know someone isn't going to change. Get out of there. You can't change someone. You can't force someone to do something. They have to want to do that themselves. And if you don't see that person making those changes, then you have to leave. And not even that, if you know someone's not right for you, do not stay with them. I wish I could go back and tell my past self that, because I think I stayed sometimes in relationships I knew were not right for me a little bit longer than I should have, because I wasn't ready to let go or accept the fact that it was, over, or a failed relationship. I think a lot of people are afraid of failure and they don't want things to fail or not work out, so they stay in things that are not right for them. The longer you stay, the harder it becomes. So if in the beginning you're like, oh my God, I'm seeing all these red flags, I know this girl is not right for me, don't continue. Get out while you can. It only gets harder.
So, let me explain. So I see so many situations where, and this happens to men and women, we meet a person, we like them, but deep inside, we know they're not it.
Red
we
flags.
know something's missing. But because of what we like, maybe because we don't want to be alone, maybe because we have a fear of starting over, maybe because we think this is the best option, we try to rationalize reasons to keep moving forward and give this a chance. And what starts off very harmless turns into all kinds of dysfunction and toxic energy.
Yep.
Sometimes kids with the wrong person, sometimes being married to the wrong person.
I would love to know in the comments down below if that has happened to you, if you had kids with someone and it didn't work out, if you married someone and it didn't work out. I think it's very insightful and helpful for guys to hear, all of your situations that have happened and experiences. So if that has happened to you, please share down below and how that affected you, because I think sometimes people do not really think about who they're marrying, who they're having kids with. It affects you, and it's a huge decision. Marriage and kids do not fix things. They should not be used to patch things up. They should be used as a way to evolve your relationship to the next level when you reach that point and things are going well, not when things are going bad. So let me know in the comments down below if that has happened to you. I'd be really interested to hear your guys' stories on that.
Getting in 10-year relationships and you don't know where it's going. There's all kinds of craziness that comes, and it all started from we wasted our time. Now, people love to say there is no waste of time. Every relationship is a lesson to learn. Listen, you said the sarcasm, right? Listen, there is a lesson to learn in every situation, but let me make something very clear. Let me use this analogy. If you're dealing with somebody and they spit on your face, when they spit in your face, you didn't like it. If you now stay dealing with them and they continue to spit on your face, you're not learning anything new. You learned it the first time, all right? You knew the first time you didn't like it.
I loved what he said there, and I think it goes back to the point I made where, you can experience things that aren't right for you, but you have to know when to walk away from those things. You have to know when it's like, okay, I've learned the lesson now. Now I'm just lingering a little longer than I should be, and I'm not learning anything new here. I should have left the second I learned the lesson. So I think sometimes people let things go way too far, and you'll be so much better off if you just look at a situation for what it is. Look at what is right in front of you instead of what you want something to be. I think that's another thing that people struggle with too, is like, well, he has so much potential, or well, she has so much potential if she just does this, or if things were this way. They're not. It's not. It is what it is right in front of you. So if you don't like what's in front of you, bye-bye. You have to be able to walk away from it and stop wasting your time. It's the same way as all of you guys, like I mentioned in my roommate's clip video. You get so hyper fixated on one girl, or if you're a girl watching this, one guy, that you don't even look at any of your other opportunities. You're so focused on someone that doesn't like you, or that told you they don't like you, and you're still obsessed with them, trying to make things work with them when they're not giving you anything in return. You know what you need to do. You need to move on and walk away. And if you need help moving on, I did a video all about how to move on. I'll put the link in the description down below because I think it would help some of you guys, but you need to stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time on people that are not reciprocating your time, effort, and energy, or people that make you feel valued. I really love the message this guy is sending. I wish this clip was longer. I'll probably try to find the longer version and watch it for myself. I've just heard so many wonderful things about him, and I think he's a really good role model for men and women to kind of be able to see both sides of things. What I liked about him here is that he didn't need to put anybody down or say mean things about a gender or a person in order to to be recognized or to get views or likes, right? I think that's sometimes the problem that I have with people, is that they have to put people down and say really mean things about people in order to be of influence. Even when I do my reaction videos, if I don't agree with someone, I don't bash them. I don't say that they're the B word or the worst thing ever, or, you know, just say all this unnecessary mean things about somebody. It's just not necessary, truly. And if you have to do that to get ahead, you are not a good influence. If you guys liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, be sure to enter my giveaway with teddybaldessar.com. The giveaway form is in the description down below, and you can enter to win a watch of your choice up to $1,000. So don't forget to enter that, and follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as always. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.